Hey, what's up? This is Anthony with AGT Exotics, and today we're gonna unbox some new feeders that we ordered from a company called Rainbow Mealworms out of California. Just a few minutes ago, I got the phone call saying that my package has arrived at the post office, so let's go get them. Alright, so the box wouldn't fit in my backpack, so I had to take them out of the box. So here's what we got. We got 500 count of regular mealworms. We got a 250 count of super worms. Well, those are pretty big. I've never had these before. Wow, they are like 2.5 inches, or 2 inches or so. Cool. I got a 100 count of. These are supposed to be full grown crickets, but they don't look very full grown to me. And here's 200 more regular sized crickets. Or it's supposed to be 4 week and these are supposed to be 5 week, but these 5 week ones are not even adult size. So I don't know what that's about. These are more like medium. Oh, I guess there is some males in there that are full grown. I guess they just don't have very large crickets. Weird. Alright. So I got these larger ones and these second smaller size is so that when these ones grow up, then they'll be that size and then we'll have large crickets for quite a long time. Alright, so let's move these guys into where they're going to be housed. So someone decided to start doing laundry right when I'm recording, and my room is right next to the laundry room. So we're going to have a little bit of washer and dryer in the background. Alright, so these are actually from my last collection of mealworms like 6 months ago. I was really surprised there was anything alive in there. I thought they were all dead, but these are all the babies that grew up, and they were in the garage or just been super cold, so they were kind of in a dormant state, but lots of them grew up. Got about 30 in there. So here's the container of 500. I really do kind of want to clean these up, but usually what I'll do is I'll put them in a strainer and I'll shake them out until it's just the worms. I'm going to do that before I put these in here because there's a bunch of shedded skins and other things like that. So what I'll do is I'll put it in a strainer, shake it, and kind of blow into it outside, and all the loose skins will go flying in the air and away from me. Hopefully. So I'll stand upwind. I'm gonna go do that and then we'll pour them in there. When I was out, I forgot to get more oats and bran, so I'm gonna go out again today later and get some oats and bran for these guys. So I'll be right back with these guys all shooken out. Alright, so here's the strainer I used to do it. It's a little dollar store strainer. They stick to it pretty good, so it's kind of hard to pour them back in the container. Alright, so there we go. When you buy mealworms in bulk, it's always way more than it's on the packaging. Like, this says 500, that's way more than 500. It's a couple thousand, easily. No complaints there ever with mealworm purchases in bulk. Very cool. Alright, so these guys are going to get some bran and some oats to put on them, and they'll feel more at home. And then we'll cut up some carrots and put it in there, some broccoli, things like that. Alright, let's check out these super worms. Let's put those in this container. Kind of just wrapped in newspaper. We'll see what kind of mess this makes when I undo it. I'm not sure how to care for these ones. I'm assuming the same thing, just oats or bran. Wow, these guys are big. Very cool. Huge. I'm assuming they can't climb up the sides of this plastic. We'll find out real shortly here. Wow, these guys are huge. This is great. I've never had these before. I've never seen them in person. Wow, this one's over well over 2 inches. There's a big one in there. Do they eat paper? I don't think so. There is chew holes in it. I'll definitely have to look up on their care. Alright. I'm gonna grab a chair so I can sit down and do this. This is gonna be quite the process here. Oh no, I just dumped that whole newspaper out into the bag, so now they're going to be crawling up the bag and I won't be able to pour them out of the bag very easily. That's going to be fun. It's a cloth bag with like netting, so they're going to be able to climb it really easily. Alright, let's see. Try to grab a bunch in the... There we go. I should probably dump these out when they're not all climbing on there yet. There we go. Cool, now I got a nice little cloth bag for, I don't know, snakes or something. I like to go out herping, go finding wild snakes and stuff like that, and sometimes you want to bring something home. I usually bring a pillowcase though, so that probably won't be used for that. Wow. I'd say that's probably more than a, what is it supposed to be, 250? Very cool. Yeah, I guess it's hard to count something like this when you sell them in bulk. So my tees have never had anything like this before, like these big ones before, so that'll be interesting. Maybe I will wrap up one of these newspapers in there for them until I go to the store, and, or actually I should read up on how to care for them because they might be a little different. Alright, so there's the super worms. And now let's deal with the crickets, the fun part. Alright, so let's do the small container of crickets first. I'm going to do it, put them in here first into this big container. I've been collecting rolls over the last couple days, week or so, for them. It's really easy to when they climb into here, you can bring them out, bring this out, and you can shake a few out, and then you have a few. But if I try to like grab some in there, they're really hard to grab. So it'll make it a little bit easier collecting them for feeding. So I'm gonna put these guys in here first, and then I'll pour them to a smaller container. Because this is only 100 count, and I kind of want to keep them separate, but I don't know if we're gonna do that really. We'll see here in a second. Because I would like to feed off the chirping ones as fast as possible. And it'll be easier if they're all in one container. And these are supposed to be the older ones, but I hear a bunch of chirping come out of this other box here too. I don't want to dump all the feces into the new container, so we're going to let them crawl out on their own. Here, I should shake this in here to get all the waste product off. All the feces and stuff like that, and then I'll shake them off here now. We'll give them some new egg crate material. Ooh. Already got one escapee. Oh, found him. Got him. That will happen with crickets. See, they can jump. All right. This is great because I've been wanting to feed the Balfouri communal, and they're not very efficient at hunting the dubia roaches in their enclosure yet, so I need this not webbed up enough. So if I give them something that hops around and moves a lot, they'll be able to notice its movement and catch them. Find them a little more easy. At least that's the idea. Alright, so let's get these guys to come out. One more. There we go. Alright. Some good ones. So that definitely looks like 100. They got their counting right. Whoa. Let's give them somewhere to hide. Not this one. Let's give them these little ones. Still not sure if I want to put these guys in the smaller container or not. Because there's going to be more than 200 in this other container. And I don't know if I want to mix them yet. So I think we're going to pour them into there first off. We'll start off there. And I'll put a lid on it, and then I'll do the box in here, and then we'll see how many we got total. So what we're looking at here. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just gonna add these rolls into here. I may end up just pouring these back into here afterwards, but that's okay. Now the trick is pouring this into the other container. That's going to be fun. Without losing a bunch. So I think we're going to kind of half lid it like that and just pour out a corner. Yeah, that should work. we'll film the fail if I fail here. Oh, that went really smooth. Alright, let's get that lidded so we don't get no jumpers. Alright, now let's move on to the box. These are always fun to undo. As a pain in the butt, I mean. Alright, so we got a box of crickets here. I should scoot this back a bit. Over like that so you can see what I'm doing a little better. There we go. We haven't used our unboxing knife in quite a while. We haven't had any unboxings to do. I wanted to get like a samurai sword or something like that, but I think that was just overkill. So instead I'm using this huge knife called the Carnivore XZ. It's pretty burly. Oh, it looks like I got a little bit of a part of my container here that's unglued. I'm going to have to hot glue that back the way it was. Keep those critters in here. Alright, let's see here. I think I'm going to turn it on its side. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I like to keep the container clean. But it looks like I'm going to have to just pour it in there and deal with it afterwards. Let's see. What can I do? Here, I'm going to get back to you guys when I figure out how I'm going to do this. Oops, I started dealing with these guys and wasn't recording. So I dumped them out into this container. I'm going to try to remove these items, this heat pack and the egg crates material. Get them separated from the crickets. They're all about this heat pack. It's still warm, the heat pack. It's been in travel for 3 days. So it must be one of those 72-hour ones. Okay, trash that. Wow. Definitely more than, what, 200? I love ordering bulk critters, or, you know, bulk feeders. It's always way more than they say. So that's another bonus from ordering from Rainbow Mealworms. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to get all the debris at the bottom all down into one corner without losing anyone. And then I'm going to put some egg crate in, and then I'm going to get a wet paper towel and wipe up that corner to get all the debris out. And that's one way that you can separate them from it. Let's give them their tubes here. And something to hide in. I only had 2 escapees that I grabbed. Put them back in, so that's not too bad. Alright, so here's how I get rid of the waste in there. Just kind of spray paper towel a little bit. Scare all the live ones out of there. And then use the paper towel to kind of gather up the waste. For the most part it works. Being wet helps. Gives it something to stick to. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it for the moment. Yeah, so I'm extremely happy with my order. The counts were real high. All the animals were healthy and alive. That's always a bonus. So I definitely would recommend purchasing from Rainbow Mealworms. They're out of California, so I don't know if for the East Coast people if that would be a good purchasing place for you. But they do have live arrival guarantee, and they also have other methods like overnight and second day and things like that. I chose the 3-day because I figured that, or like I think it was 3 to 5 days, because I live in the same state, and it did take 3 days, but it was perfectly fine. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And here is the subscribe button. There's a video recommended for you. And here's the AGT Exotics playlist. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.